Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this motion, and I think it will not come as a surprise to the members that I will be speaking against this motion. There is, and I will state some facts, Madam Speaker, as to why I'm going to be voting against this motion. We know in a debate, emotions run high, and we say things, and we muddle the truth, we muddle the facts. And so what I want to, the time allotted to me, I want to endeavor is get some facts out on the record, black and white. Fact number one, Madam Speaker, that the proposed combined sales tax, the GST plus PST, does not come into force until July 1st of 2010. That is 14 months from now. I hope that we will be out of the global economic recession by then, that there will not be in place what's happening in the economy right now. And by all economists' accounts, it seems like that we are on a mend. So the purpose behind having this proposed combined sales tax is to ensure that we give a competitive advantage to the Ontario businesses, so when we are out of this recession, we are better well-positioned to compete globally. This motion, Madam Speaker, speaks to the impact on homes, on houses, the building sector in Ontario. So fact number two, as it relates to that proposed combined GST and PST will not apply to resale homes. I'd like to repeat that again, that the combined GST and PST will not apply to resale homes. The resale homes will still remain exempt from PST. Fact number three, that it will only apply to newly built homes, but homes that are above $500,000 in value. Any home that is $400,000 or less will be treated exactly the way it's treated today. Any homes that are between $4,000 and $500,000, there will be proportional tax applicable, and as I mentioned, $500,000 plus homes will be taxable. So then begs the question, Madam Speaker, then what's the percentage, the magnitude of resale homes and new homes in Ontario? How many people are impacted by this proposed combined GST and PST? Well, Madam Speaker, majority of the homes sold in Ontario today, 73% of homes that are sold in Ontario today are resale homes. And as I mentioned earlier, resale homes are not subject to the proposed combined GST and PST. In my riding of Ottawa Centre, majority, perhaps over 73% of the homes are resale homes. So nothing will change as how things happen today and July 1st, 2010. In fact, Madam Speaker, 97% homes that are sold in Ontario are either resale homes or new homes above $500,000. And as I mentioned earlier, things don't change. Things remain essentially the same if your newly built home is $500,000 less or it's a resale home. So we're basically talking about 3% homes which are sold, 3% of new homes which are sold in Ontario. That's what we are talking about. So I wanted to get that fact out. Fact number five, I believe I had fact number five, that the proposed tax, the combination of GST and PST will operate just how GST does, which means that the builders of home will receive an input tax credits for everything they use to build the home. Today, what happens is that the builders of new home get an input tax credit for all the material they use for the GST portion of it, but they don't get that for the 8% PST paid. And we're talking about building equipment, we're talking about office supplies, we're talking about all kinds of construction materials, nails, bricks, cement, lumber, you name it. Every time a builder buys these products to build a house, they're paying 8% PST. And what happens with that 8% PST, Madam Speaker? That 8% PST gets embedded in the cost of the house. As of July 1st, 2010, the builder will get that 8% back. So the cost of the house, to build a house, will come down. It should come down. We should demand the builders that they pass on those savings to the consumers. Consumers deserve it because they will be getting the 8% PST, which they don't get back today. In the new regime, they will get that back. And they should pass that saving on to the consumer. Fact number 6, Madam Speaker. The member from Timmins St. James was talking about increase in taxes. In fact, all opposition members talked about. But what they neglect to talk about, that in this budget, there are also significant personal income tax cuts and corporate income tax cuts. The opposition presents to Ontarians that somehow the government of Ontario is just harmonizing GST and PST, and they never mention the fact that there are significant personal income tax cuts and corporate income tax cuts also in this budget to balance the impact on some goods or services where costs will go up because of the 8%. Okay? So when we're talking about personal income tax, the fact is that if this budget is passed, Ontarians will get a tax cut worth $10.6 billion. And that's a tax cut every year, Madam Speaker. An Ontarian which makes $80,000 or less.
Member from Simcoe North.
Ontarian which makes $80,000 or less will see a 10% reduction in their taxes. Not to mention the sales tax credit, which is up to $260 per adult per child, which is also a permanent sales credit which is embedded, and other features as well. Similarly, corporate income tax cuts, $4.5 billion worth. General corporate income tax rate will be reduced from 14% to 12% and then to 10% by 2013. For small businesses, corporate income tax is being reduced by 18%. Small business deduction surtax is being eliminated. All these features is going to assist businesses. The personal income taxes will assist Ontarians. And it's important that that fact is outlined. Madam Speaker, I firmly believe this is a balanced budget. This is a budget which will help Ontario weather this storm and come out stronger than we were before. Thank you very much.